here with a bonus episode this week because I couldn't wait to share this scary tale with you. In a place where the sun dipped early and shadows stretched long, nestled a town named Duskfield. Its streets were paved with nostalgia, its houses wrapped in picket fences. But beyond the town's warm glow lay the whispering woods. Here, gnarled branches clawed at the twilight, and unseen eyes watched from behind moss-covered stones. No one dared venture in, not since the day little Billy Clayton went missing. One moment he was playing by the wood's edge, the next gone. Search parties found nothing but a single worn baseball cap lying where he disappeared. Now, adults told children that the woods swallowed Billy whole, that he was playing a timeless game of hide-and-seek with the forest itself. Yet something lingered in the edges of Duckfield. That night, Mr. Clayton walked into the woods to be met by the whispering trees. Each leaf seemed to sigh a mournful tune, and deep in the thicket, he heard a child's giggle. Days passed, then weeks, then years. The baseball cap stayed where it fell, a grim reminder of the wood's embrace. The townspeople sealed off the woods, erected a weathered sign warning trespassers. Yet curiosity burned bright in some hearts. In 2013, Danny Fisher decided to defy the warnings. Armed with a flashlight and a camera, he entered the woods. What he discovered changed Duskfield forever. When the police arrived, they found Danny kneeling beside the clearing. In his hands, a ring, a silver pendant shaped like a crescent moon engraved with ancient symbols. Beside him lay the baseball cap, resting on the ground as if placed there deliberately. Years later, reports surfaced of strange lights in the woods. Teenagers daring to enter found cryptic symbols carved on ancient trees. And when the sheriff's deputy investigated, he found not graffiti, but engravings that hinted at an age older than Duckfield itself. Then Emma Walker disappeared. She'd wandered into the woods to gather materials for an art project, but she never returned. Days later, a hiker found her sketchbook lying open on a moss-covered stone. Inside, the final page bore a chilling sketch of a wooded clearing and a single eye peering from behind a gnarled tree root. It was the same clearing where Danny Fisher had knelt. Haunted by the past, Emma's brother, then, returned to the woods. He navigated the thicket, following the same trail where a deer suddenly bolted, startling him. Deeper in, the trees grew silent. The path opened into the clearing, untouched, as if no one had stepped foot in decades. Ben turned, startled by a twig snapping behind him. He whirled around, his flashlight stabbing at the shadows, revealing nothing. Was someone watching him? Had they been watching for him? Gathering his courage, Ben approached the eye-shaped root. He traced the lines of the drawing, feeling a sudden chill. Then he noticed something. Engraved beside the eye was a date. October 1984. The exact date Danny Fisher had vanished. Ben's heart pounded. Could Emma be here? Was she in danger? He called her name, his voice echoing in the stillness. Only silence answered him. He continued deeper, pushing aside memories, rekindling determination. As he emerged into a small clearing, his flashlight revealed a sight that made his blood run cold. Before him stood a circle of ancient trees. Their roots intertwined, forming a natural amphitheater. And in the center, a pentagram scorched into the earth. He realized with a jolt that the clearing matched the one in Emma's sketchbook. He stepped inside the circle, his senses on high alert. The air grew colder, the shadows deeper. Then he heard it, a whisper brushing against his ear. Then it breathed, sending shivers down his spine. Was it Emma, or something more sinister lurking in the shadows? He spun around, searching for the source of the voice. As the whispers grew louder, he noticed an unsettling change in the trees surrounding the clearing. Each one bore a new symbol, markings he hadn't seen during his earlier trek. Panic tightened its grip on his chest. What was happening here? Was this the place where Emma had vanished, driven by a mix of fear and determination, then raced to the edge of the clearing? He burst through the trees and stumbled into a narrow path. Stumbling over roots and rocks, his mind racing, the whispers echoed behind him, urging him onward. As he pushed through a final thicket, he gasped. Before him lay a sight both beautiful and eerie. A clearing bathed in moonlight, the trees forming a natural amphitheater. In the center stood a weathered stone altar overgrown with ivy. Beside it, an old oak slumbered, its gnarled branches reaching towards the sky like skeletal fingers. But it was the whispers that truly chilled him. They seemed to emanate from the very stones, weaving together into chilling sentences. Heed our call, they hissed. Join us in the shadows. Startled by a sudden movement, he turned to see a figure emerge from behind the altar. Tall and cloaked in shadows, their face hidden in the darkness. They moved with an otherworldly grace that sent shivers down Ben's spine. Who are you? He stammered, his voice echoing in the clearing. The figure paused, their head turning slowly towards him. As the moonlight glinted off their features, Ben recoiled in shock. Standing before him was Emma, her eyes glowing with an eerie green light, her skin as pale as moonlight. Emma, he breathed, hope flooding his voice. But she only shook her head, her lips twisting into a cruel smile. Join us, she whispered, her voice a hollow echo of its former self. We've been expecting you, suddenly. The whispers grew louder, a chorus of voices echoing around him. Welcome home, they sang, their melody a haunting lullaby. Overwhelmed with terror, Ben stumbled back. He needed to escape, to flee from this clearing and the twisted version of Emma that awaited him there. As he turned to run, hands outstretched, he felt something brush against his leg. Looking down, he saw a small, unassuming ring glinting on the ground. It was the same pendant Danny Fisher had clutched in his final moments. The one with the crescent moon pendant. Drawn to it inexplicably, Ben reached down to pick it up. As his fingers closed around the cool metal, a surge of energy coursed through him. Memories flooded his mind, not his own, but Danny's, the terror, the confusion, the despair. Ben cried out, dropping the ring. But it was too late. The moment he touched it, he became tethered to this place, bound to the whispers in the woods. Emma approached, her smile widening, her eyes gleaming with triumph. You're here now, she whispered, her voice dripping with malice. We'll never let you leave. The whispers surged around him, their voices morphing into a cacophony of sound. The clearing dissolved into darkness, leaving Ben trapped in the heart of the whispering woods, another soul claimed by the shadows. And so the legend of Duskfield continued, a haunting reminder of the darkness that could consume even the brightest light. To this day, the Whispering Woods remain a forbidden place, a labyrinth of shadows and secrets where the boundaries between reality and nightmare blur. And should you ever hear the whispers on the wind, beware, for they beckon to those who dare to listen, promising mysteries best left undisturbed. And that, my friends, is the end of tonight's terrifying tale. The Whispering Woods of Duskfield claimed yet another soul, and its legend grows darker with every passing year. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you'll never miss another haunting tale. Tell me in the comments, would you dare step into the Whispering Woods? Or would you stay far away from the whispers in the dark? Until next time, sleep with the lights on. And remember, some legends never die. They only wait for their next victim. Sweet dreams. If you can.